welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Wide open receiver complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is
the ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Run. Regular. What's up?
Here's Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
On the jump. Shut up.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, and that is incomplete. The Panthers hit 10-1 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Young off the play fake.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Dawson Knox, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Young going to give to Brooks, and he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
60 Maverick, 60, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Check go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. The play fake. Now Young. That's going to be caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 13-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mayfield to throw it. Loose inside the 30, and all the way down to the 25-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Done.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Hey, alert 33. It's that Kings. What's that?
To throw, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving from 10 yards out. And the Bucs are able to add on to that lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A handoff running left, Brooks. Able to slither by. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Ready up.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Go.
Here's a handoff to Brooks running left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Young now from the 50. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most...
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. He may go. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. McLaughlin for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
18, pioneer. Shut up.
Young. Flushed out right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
From the shotgun, it's Young. This is caught by McMillan. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Brooks. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Here we go, here we go. Pick it up, you're embarrassing. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check smash, check smash. Ready.
4th down, Young. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Baker going to change it up. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. There's Evans again, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Regular.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And again, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Alert!
Mayfield now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs continue to pull away here in this first half. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Over the middle, complete. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And that is no good. No good, wide to the left. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Set.
It's Young off play action. Flush to his right. It's caught by Sanders. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Dragon 60. Ready.
On play action, Young. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun. Mayfield flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Run, run, run. What's that?
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. To throw, Young. Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 70 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
14 yards that time for number 14.
Hey, alert 33. What's up?
Baker going to give it to Irving. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, 33 yards. And the Bucs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw, Young. Eluding the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Handoff running left, Irving. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in the cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Alert, 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 alert. What's up?
Now Mayfield on 4th down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Irving is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do?
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Young. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Young. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They'll try to throw now. Young. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Brooks, 27 yards. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Flush to his right.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Young. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
19 Lions. Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Trap 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hook.
Young to throw it. Buying time to his left.
The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down. And now it's 2nd and long. To the air once more, Young. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18. Cut 19. Cut 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
Young will set to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 21 yards away.
And the Panthers get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Derek Brown gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
But they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Mayfield. It got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 34. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, alert.
Mayfield going to switch things up here.
Option.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And Tommy Adebawore picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, alert.
To throw, Mayfield. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Mayfield now. Airing this one out for Evans. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Following the interception, Young. This is caught by McMillan. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Mustang 19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Now here's Young. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, 1 behind the all-time record of 5. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Regular. Good. Done.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Hurry, hurry! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Real, real, real. What's that?
Throwing, Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Set. Alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 33. Kings, Kings, Kings. What's up?
Mayfield to throw it. Looking downfield for Godwin. And now here's another interception. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Good. Up, Johnson. Done.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Buccaneers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.